Your cybersecurity solution is here. Introducing Pentester's Advanced Cybersecurity Suite. Ready for peace of mind? Try it for free. No credit card required. Pentester.com.
Hello, everybody. My name is Anthony Ruggiano Jr. I want to welcome everybody to Reform Gangsters. And if you like my content, please hit the subscribe button and ring the bell. Also, don't forget about my Patreon. I got a lot of good content on there, a lot of new content coming up. I got a special birthday show coming up on October 30th at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. It's going to be Michael Francis, Sammy the Bull, and myself. And later on in the show, my cousin Gene Barillo. Don't forget also to check out my store. I got a lot of good merch on there, nice shirts, mugs, hats. Check it out. Also, I'll be up in New York on shooting a Mafia Diner location shoot on November 7th. If you want to join us, please contact us through Anthony Ruggiano Jr. at gmail.com or reformgangsters.com if you want to take a ride and come around the shoot with us. I'll also be in the studio filming a session on the 8th of November. So I watched the Yankee game last night. Very disappointing. Aaron Boone is a moron. I mean, I knew as soon as he brought Nestor in, it was over. The guy hasn't pitched in 2 months. I mean, the Hills lights out in the playoffs. I mean, I don't understand how anybody, a professional manager, could do that. As great as a hitter as Soto is, he's a suspect right fielder. I mean, I have no complaints about him, don't get me wrong, but he's just an average right fielder. And Torres, we know, is a horrible second baseman. I mean, he leads the majors in errors at second base every year. So we know what he's about at second base. So we gifted the Dodgers 2 runs. And then Aaron Boone brings in a guy that hasn't pitched in 2 months, and they lost. And Aaron Judge, I don't even know what to say about him. It's getting embarrassing. I'm embarrassed for the guy. Like, I feel bad for the guy that he's just not himself in the postseason. There's no other way to say it. The guy's a strikeout machine in the postseason. You could see the whole demeanor of his face. He's swinging at pitches he didn't swing at all year. He's missing pitches that he didn't miss all year. It's just he's a mess in the postseason. There's no other way to explain it. I mean, I know it's only game 1. We'll see what happens, but it was an ugly loss last night. Ugly loss last night. Ugly. And, of course, the crack bets from FanDuel and all of them, they went under. Soto, 2+ bases went under because he only got on base once. So they made millions of dollars last night. So, keep on betting. Here's a question I have. Do I still dress like a wise guy? I don't think I do. Maybe for some shows I do. But in general, no, I don't. I don't go out. I don't travel like I used to. So, I don't go out no more at night to clubs or, if I go to a restaurant, I'll wear, dress clothes, but I don't dress like I used to. First of all, I can't afford to dress like I used to. So, but I don't travel in them circles anymore. I don't, so no, I don't dress like I used to. Here's another one. Hope Wallace, did you ever go to Henry Hill's place, the suite? Many times, many times. I was there many times. My old man used to go there a lot also. I used to go there a lot of times looking for him because I knew he was there, and I would go there like 2, 3 in the morning. So, yeah, I used to go there. Everybody went there. I mean, we all went there. Here's another one from Scott. Hey, Anthony, I know you guys had good access to Madison Square Garden back in the 70s. Any chance you at the 73 Zeppelin show? I was. I was at that show. I saw Led Zeppelin 3 times at the Garden in the 70s, and I was at that show. And we had a hook in the Garden. One of the ushers bet sports with my father's sports office, and he used to get us in. So back then, they used to rip the tickets. They used to rip the tickets and used to walk in with the ticket stub. And we would give him a ticket for like an old basketball ticket for a concert, and we would know where he was, and he would rip it and throw it on the floor. And he had another guy inside, and he would tell us what section to go to, and we would give that guy inside some money, and we would either sit in seats or we would sit on the steps. That's actually how I got in to see Ali Frazier too. The second fight at the Garden I got in with a hockey ticket. So I was at a lot of shows. And even the Rolling Stones, the first time I saw the Rolling Stones, I got in through him. So yeah, I was at that concert. I saw Led Zeppelin 3 times in the 70s. Here's another one from Ronnie, 4120. Is this the first time you've had a birthday with a couple of Goodfellas since the glory days? Yeah, pretty much. I mean, yeah, since I left New York, I haven't really had a birthday with anybody outside of my family, definitely. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Excuse me. Tony, did Victoria get married at Russo's on the Bay? And how? No, none of John's children got married at Russo's on the Bay. Victoria got married at Marina Del Rey in the Bronx. Angel got married at the Lamia, where I got married on Ocean Parkway, and John got married. Junior got married at the Hemsley Palace in Manhattan. None of them got married at Russo's on the Bay. Eric, would you say Joe Watts was the most feared guy in your era? He was one of the most feared. You know, I already knew that he was capable of doing what he was doing. You know what I mean? So I don't think he was feared. I never feared the guy. I mean, you know, I was in his company many times. Hamilton, wondering if you ever visit or talk to Ronnie One-Arm since you seemed appreciative of what he did for us. No, unfortunately, I haven't spoke to Ronnie One-Arm in, my God. He got arrested when I was in jail. I haven't spoke to Ronnie One-Arm in over 20 years. More than that, maybe. I haven't spoke to Ronnie One-Arm since the 90s. Right before I went to jail in 96. I haven't spoke to Ronnie since 1996. So someone asked me to talk about Joey Molina and my cousin Gene. So, you know, there's a feud going on for all of you that follow these podcasts. There's a feud going on between Little Snuff, Joey Molina, and my cousin Gene. You know, Joey Molina, rat. Everything that word out of his mouth is rat and mother effer and rat. And, you know, one cigarette after the other, degenerate gambler. You know, he's such an upstanding citizen and such a positive role model for the youth of America, Joey Molina, you know, and his little cohort, Little Snuff, you know. So now they got this thing out, episode 60, about my cousin Gene. The whole episode's about my cousin, the guy, Luna, whatever his name is, Luna, another guy, another hater. So now they got this thing out on episode 60 about they have the proof on my cousin Gene, you know, all this stuff, all this bullshit. But the caveat is, to find out, you have to go to their Patreon. You have to pay to find out. So if my cousin Gene is such a bad person and they dislike him so much, and they want to expose him so much, Joey, put it out for free. Oh, that's right. You can't do that because then you can't gamble. You don't have no money to gamble with, no money to buy cigarettes with or whatever else you're doing. So you're using Gene Barillo's name to make money. How is that okay? So you're using a rat, as you would call him, name to make money. I don't know. I'll let the public decide if that's right or wrong. You want to call him this, and that, but yet you want to use his name to make money. I don't know. What's up with that? Bo was asking, how popular was the Ziganet card game? Think there was still high stakes games? Oh, Ziganet was huge, man. That was a big game. That was a big game. Ziganet, Jojo Carrazza had a big Ziganet game. There was a guy named Guido Dolls. He was an acting captain in the Gambino family. He had a Ziganet game, a huge Ziganet game in Manhattan. He was actually killed over it. He smacked the guy in the face at his Ziganet game. And when he left that night to go to his car, he was murdered in the parking lot by a guy that shot him and killed him, Guido Dolls. He was very sharp. Ziganet was a huge game. big money maker. Adam is asking, what are your thoughts on the Godfather series of movies and books? You know, they were entertaining. I mean, you know, some of it was true, you know, real life. Some of it's not, you know, it's Hollywood, but they were entertaining. I read most of the books. I saw the 3 movies, you know, they were entertaining.
What do you think the Yankees' chances of winning the next game?
Well, I mean, the Yankees got to win tonight. They can't go down 0-2. The Dodgers, listen, the Yankees can't make mistakes. This ain't Cleveland Indians or the Kansas City Royals. This is the Dodgers. You see what happened last night? They made 2 mistakes. Soto made a mistake in right field, and Torres made a mistake on second base. It cost them 2 runs. Boone has to manage better. You can't make bonehead moves like that. The whole world knew that Hill was supposed to come in to pitch and not Nestor, except Boone. He's the only one that didn't know that. They got to tighten it up, and Rodon's got to pitch a good game. He's got to be on his game. And listen, they have the 1, 2, and 3 hitters are all MVPs. And Judge has to step up. Judge has to stop. The guy. I'm telling you, I feel embarrassed for the guy. I cringe when he gets up. I pray that I don't even know what to say. I never saw anything like it in my life. I never saw how a guy could be so great and then in the postseason be so bad. I don't get it. I don't understand it. They literally intentionally walked Soho to pitch to Judge. And he popped up. Like, I mean, they never intentionally walked Roger Maris to pitch to Mickey Mantle. They never intentionally walked Thurman Munson to pitch to Reggie Jackson in the World Series. I never saw that happen. And I saw both of them play, all 4 of them guys play in World Series. Thurman Munson batted third, Reggie Jackson batted fourth. I never saw them intentionally walk Thurman Munson to pitch to Reggie Jackson. I want to thank everybody for tuning in to Reform Gangsters. Don't forget, if you like my content, please hit the subscribe button, ring the bell. Also, check out my Patreon. A lot of good content on there. And don't forget, October 30th, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I will be on my birthday show with Sammy the Bull Gravano, Michael Francis, and myself. And also, my cousin Gene Barillo will be on. So that's going to be a lot of fun. So please tune in and stay safe.